This video is for Big English 4. Let's see what we did this week. So, last week we read a story about Sam and his grandma. This week we answered some questions. So, when Sam's grandma was a kid, people watched TV. They did watch TV. When Sam's grandma was a kid, people didn't have remote controls to change channels. When Sam's grandma was a kid, people used to get up to change the channels. When Sam's grandma was a kid, life was simpler and quieter. And when Sam's grandma was a kid, people didn't use to cook in a microwave. So, this is how you form questions and short answers, as well as longer answers. So, did people have telephones in 1950? Yes, they did. Did in the question, did in the answer. It's in the past. Did your dad go to school by car when he was a child? No, he didn't. Negative. No, he didn't. He went to school by bus. Or you could ask, did people have computers 100 years ago? Did your dad watch TV when he was a child? So, complete the questions and answers. Did your mum have a car when she was at school? No, she had a bike. Did people play video games 20 years ago? Yes, they did. There were some very popular video games back then. Did your granddad have a computer when he was a child? No, he didn't. There were no computers then. Did people have taps in their homes 200 years ago? No, they got water from a pump outdoors. So write the questions in the right order. Did people have mobile phones in 1900? Did your friends listen to MP3 players last year? Did your mum go to school by horse and carriage? Did people wash clothes by hand a long time ago? And this is what we started to learn at the end of the lesson, the verb used to. We use used to when we talk about past habits. It shows that something was repeated in the past, but now it isn't. So they used to walk to school, but now their mum drives them. Or we used to go to school every week. Or I used to eat ice cream every day. But now we don't do these things. For negative sentences, we use didn't used to. So that's did, not, and used to in its base form. So they didn't used to travel to school in the car, but now they do. I didn't used to walk to school. They didn't used to play football on a Saturday. We didn't used to watch TV, for example. Next week, we will look at questions. Okay, well done everyone. I will see you next week.